Hi everyone, in today's video I'll be talking about how I solved it with client to do agile sprint planning and release management. In today's agenda, we'll cover the topics such as seamlessly creating epics or projects using templates such as administration projects and development projects. Then we'll look at the process of categorizing tasks such as story or a bug and prioritizing them along with tagging them to the right sprint and assigning them to the resources. Then we'll look into the process of release management where we tag projects into releases so they can be shipped out as planned. Before we start the video, I want to look at some of the key challenges and how client helps solve them. First one is client provides a centralized platform where business requirements are documented and managed. It allows for easy collaboration between stakeholders, project managers, and development teams. We maintain these requirements in Quip, which is integrated with the project module, allowing me to easily translate these requirements into user stories. Client offers resource management functionalities that enable product managers to allocate tasks efficiently based on the team member's skill, availability, and workload. I personally use Workspace to efficiently assign stories and bugs to resources. Client supports agile methodologies by providing tools for sprint planning, tracking, and monitoring progress. It allows my team to prioritize tasks within a sprint, set the sprint goals, and track progress and manage communication across the team. Client also offers portfolio management capabilities that provide a holistic view of all projects and releases across the organization. Managers can track the status of releases, identify dependencies between projects, and allocate resources strategically to ensure timely delivery. With this, let's jump into how I solved it with client and look at some of the scenarios we discussed. In this video, I'll be talking about how I use client as a product manager and manage my day-to-day, which is essentially creating epics or projects, adding stories to them, tagging them into a sprint, assigning resources to them, and then finally tagging them to a planned release. We use templates to create projects so that all the tasks which are predefined to be worked on a project comes along with the template. Then I go about and write stories and acceptance criteria for those stories. After that, I sit with the team and groom those stories. So we come up with dependencies and estimated hours. Once the grooming is done, we assign the story to team members and then tag them into a sprint. Once that's done, I can see a holistic view of what's happening in the sprint. So let me take you through the process of creating a new project. So for that, we'll just click the new button here. We'll specify the type of the project. So in our case, it'll be development project. After that, the new project creation page will be opened up. In here, we'll define the record type for the project. After that, we can give the project a name. And this is where we choose the template. So in our case, in our example, we'll choose the client development template, although there are multiple options I can pick from. On clicking save, new project creation wizard will run, and this is going to clone all the tasks which are part of the template. It'll parent those tasks. It'll create all the task assignments. And then finally, it'll create task sections. And when I'll be redirected to the new project page, I will be able to see all those tasks created. So the process is finished. And this is where I can open up the workspace and I will see all the tasks that came along the templates, important tasks such as the architecture document, release notes, QA document, any requirements approval we need. And this is where I then start and add user stories. So as an example, we'll take an existing project. The way we manage requirements is through Quip, and we have requirements tab here. So this is integrated with client, and this is where all the business requirements are kept. And after that, we simply translate them into user stories. I'll open up Workspace. This is where I've already added user stories for the project, the description, and the proposed solution with any mockups. Then there is a concept of task type. So story, story bug, or task, we can specify it. We can prioritize the stories. This is where we tag them into a sprint so that we can have a holistic view on the sprint. All the estimated hours can be added, and then finally a resource can be assigned. In order to do that, I simply choose Assign button. If I need to assign multiple tasks to the resource, I can also do that, and I can mass assign the resource to multiple tasks. As a resource, they also use Workspace. They can come here if they need to do any collaboration with the team to get unblocked on anything. They can simply use the chatter option, and they can tag the relevant team members. So this is how I tag a particular project into a sprint and a planned release. And I repeat this process for multiple projects. And once that is done, I can have a holistic view on the sprint. So for that, we'll go to the client tasks. This is an example sprint, which is ongoing. It has multiple projects being worked upon by different resources. And this is how easy it is for me to manage an ongoing sprint. And this is very handy in running daily scrums because we can have the updates from the team members and unblock them if need be. The other important thing is the key KPIs that are maintained as the project progresses. So all the estimated hours, the logged hours from the resources, any costs, they're all maintained at the project level. The other important thing is planned release. So as you can see, we have this planned release module, and this is where we tag a project or a story into a given release. And on the planned release, we have some key dates, the release date, the GA date, internal QA dates, and all the release highlights. And if I scroll down, I'll see the tasks and the projects which are planned in a given release. So that's it from my side, and this is how easy it is to manage agile teams and do sprint planning, sprint execution, and release management using Client. Thank you everyone for watching, and let us know if you have any questions.